How is everyone doing? Another day, another day. What do we got here? What's up, Blast? Mavis, Spellback, how you doing? So let's wait for everyone to get here. Let's get some activity in the chat. What's everyone looking at today? What is everyone looking at today? Let's read what Cedar posted. FOMC this week. All right, make sure you go to Market Insights and read what Cedar posted. Very valuable information. All right, FOMC today, and the rate decisions tomorrow at 2 p.m. Powell speaks tomorrow, so highly suggest not swinging anything, right? Unless you can, right? Unless you want to, risk taking that loss on, volatile swings. I probably will not be doing anything like that. Right? Maybe quick scalp today. Right? A lot of good setups, but with FOMC, you need to play careful. Yesterday I sat out all day. Whoever just asked that, Boz. Staying cash is always a good idea, right? Especially when there's news, like or when there's an event that's gonna swing the market. Right, so tomorrow, be careful. Today, be careful. Okay. Let's see. So, SPY down in pre-market, right? Here's what's going on in pre-market right here on the right hand side of the screen. You can see it. No strength in the market, right? Yesterday we had a great push to the upside, right? Everyone was leaning bullish because of this break, right? And now we're coming back and we're retesting, right? So perfect spot for a retest, right? Resistance, 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 finally wedged and broke out. But now we're back here, back to the breakout point, right? But look where we're sitting at in pre-market, right? Previous resistance, 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 right? Should act as a support. But I like to play breakouts. Let's take a look at VIX, right? Here's VIX yesterday. Perfect breakdown, right? Multiple levels of support, finally broke down, retested, and continued back to the downside. Right, so that was definitely a good sign for, right, easy pattern to identify for VIX. Charles, regarding your question, it's just a new day. Not sometimes it continues, sometimes it doesn't, right? But I hate swinging because not a new question at all. I don't like swinging because anything can happen overnight and you can't manage your money, right? You want to, as a trader, you want to be risk first and you want to always be able to protect your capital, right? So if a play goes south, you want to be able to exit, right? Overnight, you have no control over what happens. So I don't really like to swing trade. If I do, it's a very small position where I don't mind if I lose the money anyway. Obviously every play has a certain risk to reward. And if I like it enough, I would swing it with a small position. But generally speaking, I don't really like to do that. Yep, don't swing trade. Yep, perfect. Yeah, these are the time frames I use. We do have a bunch of good setups today. One thing I want to point out on Tesla is look at this wedge that we have. Rising wedge. Right? That don't look too good. That's like a typical reversal pattern at the top here. I can even pull up a picture of, let's see, let me pull this up on my screen here. Rising wedge. All right, if I pull this up here. Rising wedge, right? So let me minimize this, zoom in here. What do we got? It looks identical. Like identical. So just you know, keep that in mind. Doesn't look too hot there. And it's approaching like a triple top, right? Tesla, right? A smaller time frame. Right, projected once, twice, if you want to count that, 3 times, and it's testing it again now. So just to keep that in mind, right? You always want to make sure that you're looking at all sides here. That's Tesla. I would appreciate if everyone can drop a like. Let's try and get to 100 plus, and sub if you're not already. Thank you all for the support as always. Yeah, I posted a bunch of charts on Twitter last night. Thanks for bringing that up. Let's go over it actually. All right, so Netflix I posted, cup and handle, right? Perfect cup and handle. So for a cup and handle to be validated or valid, it has to be over the 0.5 fib, and it's sitting right over. There's a double bottom here. Right, so keep this on your watch list, right? The neckline is sitting there at 251.75. All right, so keep an eye on that. Make this a little bigger here. There we go. Much better. Right, perfect cup and handle. Keep an eye on that. Next. For that PDF, it's just, I posted it in the Discord in Market Resources. I'm not showing pre-market in my charts, no. Net. I posted this on the verge of breaking out, break over 63.14. This can see 81. Why did I say that? Right, perfect flag, multiple bounces off this bottom level here. If we can break this, we have a little gap to fill, and we have a pretty heavy resistance at 67.09. Right, rejected once, twice, acted as support, rejected again, and rejected again. So if this can break, we don't really have much resistance here, right? We have a bunch of gaps to fill. And the next major resistance is at 81. So keep an eye on that. If you do want a swing trade, this is definitely a good swing trade if you do want one. All right, stop loss would be below. All right, entry point here, price target up there. Starbucks, all right, posted this. Perfect flag over old resistance, right? Rejected once, rejected twice, and 3 times. And it was creating a flag, right? Higher lows, lower highs. We also have confluence with the support from down low here, right? So I also included the chart on how you would play it. everyone could drop a like, I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Lulu, right? Perfect falling wedge break yesterday. Previous resistance, right? Acted as support, turned into a resistance again. We broke and closed over it. Right, that's how you play a falling wedge. All right, so make sure you go on and check out these tweets. A lot of valuable information. Chewy as well, right? Perfect flag, right? Bearish pennant, typically a continuation pattern, right? So ideally, this is gonna reject here and break down into this zone here. Okay. Let's see what else we got. And that was yesterday. Tesla posted that chart also, right? Kind of like an inverse head and shoulders also. Just keep that in mind. And that's what we got for that. So let's see. Let's take a look at BABA. I know a lot of you have questions on BABA. All right, so this is the chart I was looking at here last night. The overall chart, right? Here's the 2 hour. Right, we're kind of flagging here, right? Multiple bounces off this bottom level here. Yesterday we bounced as well. My Twitter handle is in the top of the screen. Enhanced market. It's also just my YouTube name. Right, so here's the chart for BABA. It looks pretty good if it can hold. If not, then it's gonna end up coming back down to 80. Okay. All right, Netflix down. Everything's down about 1%. Let's see what futures are looking at here. China is the only thing that's green here. So let's actually take a look at China names. BDD. And delete all these charts. Let's take a look. Looks pretty good, right? If this low can hold, guys, if you need, right, if multiple questions about that chart I was showing you, go to market resources. It's right here under BullTrades University. You need to be a member, I'm pretty sure. And then the top here, right, just looks pretty good. Nice little flag. There's also a gap to fill. Let's keep this on our watch list today. Right, China, pretty strong. Let's keep that on our watch list. Set an alert right here. Right, we have a gap to fill. I don't like that song. All right, needs to hold that low. What's another China name? Look at Neo. Nice little retest, but not for me. JD. Look at this. Multiple bounces off that trend line. It kind of had a potential breakout yesterday, or it's about to break out. Right, could consider that a breakout. Not too shabby. Let's check out Bidu. Just broke the support. Don't really want to touch that. LI. Nah, too extended. Let's take a look at everything else. What's up, Nick? Good showing this morning. If everyone can drop a like, I would really appreciate it. At 82, let's get to 150. Get it to 150. Question for everyone. What kind of videos do you guys want to see? Right? I want to start making more videos, so maybe I should make a Google Docs, a questionnaire thing, and I can have you guys fill it out with the questions you want me to answer. I feel like that would be a pretty good idea. If you want me to do that, let me know, and I can get that done. All right, and then I'll make videos on all your questions. All right, so I get a ton of questions about using confirmation. Fed speaks at 2 p.m. Tomorrow. Go to where is it? Market Insight. Right here. Today, but the decision's tomorrow at 2 p.m. And then Powell speaks at 2:30. How you draw chart patterns. Identifying patterns. Market, okay. Recap videos on how you made money based on, okay. Yep, I've been doing those. Okay. Alright, all good tips. I'm gonna note these comments down that you guys are making, and I will start to make videos on them. Alright, so again, FOMC begins today, right? Decisions tomorrow at 2 p.m. and then Powell speaks tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern. It's all Eastern. Okay, wait, so I get a lot of questions about using confirmation, right? So if you want a more in-depth analysis or an in-depth tutorial on how to do it, do a one-on-one. But basically, right, how you do it is, first of all, I don't really use a time frame for confirmation. Right, the way I trade is I create a plan and I trade the plan. You've heard me say that a million times. Right, so what do? Right, first I identify a pattern. Here, right, falling wedge on Tesla. Right, perfect falling wedge, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ideal falling wedge, right? We have uptrend. Let me turn the magnet off. Let me do that again. All right, we have the flagpole. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right, so ideally, most of the time, this will push up to this previous resistance, right? Come back down and break out, right? Potentially consolidate at that resistance, come back down and break out, right? That's generally how these patterns play out. Study it, look at it every single day, whatever you want to do. Make sure you understand what happens, right? The same thing happens over and over again. The market is extremely repetitive, okay? So how you play these, right? You make a plan. What do I mean by you make a plan, right? So this pattern right here, let's say the market's open and this is what it looks like. I'm taking an entry at the break of this region here, right? You could take an early entry right around here if you want, which is what I like to do sometimes, right? You get in earlier, but it doesn't always work. But the key level here is to break this resistance, right? So you enter there. If you enter here, your stop loss is going to be below the low. Okay. So entry point, stop loss, and your price target is the high here, right? Every single time. Most of the time, I like to put it a little bit below the resistance because most of the time, right, price will reject a couple dollars or, you know, a few points short of the resistance, right? Also take note of previous resistances, right? This rejected right here, right? So you might want to take profits down here as well, right? If it breaks out. So now we have a plan in place, right? I'm not waiting for a candle close over this or anything. I'm just trading the plan as soon as this level hits. All right, so let's hit play, see what happens. Right, notice how now it broke out over this pink trend line, which is this resistance, right? It's rejecting this previous high. It's consolidating now, right? We're creating higher and higher lows. I'm taking an entry right here, right? You could have a stop loss below here, right? It really depends on, you know, current market. You have to have the feeling for it, which will come with experience, right? Obviously, I'm always adjusting everything. And playing it based on market conditions, option flow, you know, whatever it may be. All right, so let's hit play again, and boom, spike. Right, this is on the 5 minute. I'm entering as soon as it breaks. Let's see how price reacts. Right, moves up right to the price target. Right to that previous resistance. At this point, options are up, you know, 100, 200%. This is towards the end of the day if you're playing zero data expiration. And let's see what happens. Right, notice now at resistance, it starts to consolidate. Right, at this point, great area to take profits. Leave a runner if you want. It can push up, but ideally, you know, this is probably going to come back down and retest. See what happens. And boom, there it is. So everything happens all the time repetitively. Right, the same thing happens over and over again. Which is why you need to study your charts. Right? Create the plan and trade the plan. Right? If we entered here and it came back down, you sell. Right? You have to understand that you're not going to win every single time. Right? People are going to lose. Right? We're still going to lose about 30% of the time. So hopefully that was you know, a good explanation and everyone, you know, understood that. Drop a like in the video. All right, we're only at 108. Got about 200 people here. Appreciate all the support. I don't really use extended hours when charting. I'll turn it on in the morning, right, just to see, you know, pre-market low and pre-market high. Take a look at where we're bouncing actually on Tesla and pre-market, right? That resistance I just mentioned as the breakout region, that once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times. Now we're sitting there right there, pre-market. Time frames are up here in the top left. Do I use hotkeys? No. I just use the space bar and all that just to switch through tickers, right? Shift space to go up here, and then space bar to go down. Right, that's how I'll just filter through quickly, so I don't have to constantly go back and forth with the mouse. Let's take a look here. Charles, all the patterns I play have those ratios, so I don't have to worry about the specific ratios. That's why we play these patterns, right? Because all the patterns we trade have a great risk to reward. Um, 5 minutes to market open. Okay, so for everyone that wanted to copy my charts, I'm going to go over that quickly. Maybe I'll record this little snippet. Okay, how to copy my charts. Go to the home page. click search, go to people, type in my name, click my name, click the ticker in the video, right? The top one, not this one, this one. Click it. My chart will come up from whenever I posted it, March. Click these three dots here at the bottom right and hit make it mine. You will need TradingView Premium, right? Because I have indicators. And then it will copy it into yours. Just like this. And then once you do that, right, it will load, whatever. Once you do that, go up here on the top right to the settings icon. Go to the template and hit save as. Right, and save these settings as a template, right? Save as, and then name the theme. You can make it my name, whatever, like EM template, whatever you want it to be. And then hit save. And then if it ever disappears, right, you can always change it, right? You can change the designs here. All right, EM template, boom. And then the indicators are here as well. All right. And I have all these here as well, but I don't use any of these anymore. All right, this was just a trial. All right, these are the only ones I use. So maybe I'll post a new one, actually. That's what I'll do, actually. You know, I'll do that right now for everyone. Publish idea. Let me just make a quick chart. Maybe it will play out, maybe it won't. Publish idea. Copy chart. Oops. There we go. Oh, I have to do a rising wedge on Tesla. Let's see if I can post it yet. Oh, it seems like I'm shouting. That's so stupid. Well, let's see if that works. There we go. All right, so boom, click the three dots, and there you go. So go on my page, and there you go. Copy chart. Chart. Click here. Boom. There we go. Much easier for everyone to identify. All right, market's opening in a minute. Let's switch over to the Discord. I'll see you there.